Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. Hi, my name is Tobias, coming to you live here from Norway, from our little cabin here. As you can see, it's getting cold here. This is autumn, it just looked so beautiful, I just thought I have to show it to you. But now I'm on the way to the ocean, which is on the other side here. Let's walk to over here. So, I hope this works. I hope that you guys can hear me and that it's still bright enough here. Look at this. This is our view. Isn't this beautiful? Kind of cold here. Yeah. So, in this video I want to talk about a very obvious reason why you and I, if you have creative dreams and you have a whole career with other things, and why you're trying, or something that you're maybe not thinking about so obviously, why you're trying to put off your art career. Like, if you're like me, and you're maybe good at graphic design and video editing and teaching, those kind of things, and you enjoy that to a certain degree, but you don't want that to be your only and your main business, or your job, and you would like to, for example, make music or paint or write poems, and maybe you feel like that's where your true calling is, where you're expressing yourselves. How many selves do you have? I don't know, but where you're expressing yourself and where you feel alive, but still it's like there's nothing in life pushing you. There's like not much encouragement, not many people are like encouraging it, and so it's not like it's an established way of life and way of business and way of encouragement, like a stream of encouragement coming in. Like maybe you paint paintings, you sell them, and like if you would have done that for 10 years, probably you're kind of known in your area or online or both, and you maybe get some requests even. But if you're not there yet, you haven't done that for 10 years, you're maybe putting it off again and again, right? And that's kind of sad, and you probably feel that sadness too, at least I do. In my own life. Like, the only reason why I don't have at least one album with like meditational music out on Spotify and iTunes and all the places where you can have music is because I have obviously some other things to do, but obviously those other things, they have deadlines. There are other people involved, it's money involved, and it's projects for clients or things I do together with my wife, writing and working on her health book and finishing up that project, which has been a big project and is awesome, but still it's not my art, it's not my music. But all those things have certain deadlines. So in my own life, and maybe in your life too, your art projects, your heart doesn't have deadlines. And that's why it's so easy for you and I to put off those, or making those projects. Like, nothing except your own soul, except your own heart, is like telling you to, well, you really should pursue that art career or pursue those art projects, and that voice really should be strong enough, but usually it isn't. Usually just having a deadline that says, well, in 3 weeks this and this project needs to be finished. Then in worst case, if you're kind of procrastinating, then in worst case you're maybe putting it off for 2 weeks, and then in the last week you work like on it every day until it's done. But then it's done, and that is a good thing. Whereas with your own projects, there are no real deadlines, except your own heart, except my own emotions, my own heart, feeling like unsatisfied with not having the projects out and not gaining a following and not gaining or creating that stream of income and like that stream of actually flow with creative ideas and creative projects flowing out of my heart almost as soon as I see them or envision them, and then having them coming to life in real life. I wish that would go so much easier and so much faster, but obviously it doesn't, right? And you probably know that too if you're anything like me. And I don't know exactly what the perfect answer is to that, because I've tried setting deadlines, and obviously if it's just me setting deadlines for myself, then I know that. So that's not really the answer to putting off, like, procrastination, if that's the word. Whereas, for example, this summer when my wife and I, or actually my wife, had an art exhibition, then we both were quite involved in, well, we know that day is a one-day art exhibition at the ocean, and you maybe have seen some pictures and videos even from the ocean on her Facebook, or also on mine. I shared some, like back in the end of August. But of course then we made sure that everything we do is done until that day, right? That's how that works. There was a deadline, and of course we did everything we could to make it work. So maybe you should find ways to create deadlines for you. If you have the health and, like, let's say the stomach to stomach deadlines, like, I know some people are maybe exhausted or overworked or have sickness or something, which can get worse if there's stress and deadlines involved. Then I'm not talking to you. But if you're anything like me and you can stomach deadlines, then make deadlines, real deadlines for you. Like, for example, if you're into music, and if you have maybe, I don't know, 3-4 songs, well, maybe just go around and ask at every little cafe or any little place where you could have a little concert to have a concert. And if you're not bold enough to do that, well, then you need to work on your boldness, that's one thing, but also maybe get help. Maybe ask your friends, your wife, your partner, your husband, I don't know, to go in and ask for you, right? And then maybe you can book a concert, or you can, like, for example, we have several exhibitions coming up for my wife, but one of them is not like a solo exhibition. It's like kind of a Christmas-themed exhibition where, like, many artists come together. So we can only exhibit, like, I don't know, 1 or 2 paintings or so, not much, but it's a real project, and it's people having that exhibition, and they are open for newcomers. They are open for people to come in with 1 or 2 or so paintings. So maybe it's not the perfect solution for you right now to set up your own exhibition and have it open for a month and having to be there every day. That's obviously a big task. But there are other things around, if you just look for them, and then be bold to book them. So set yourself a deadline by booking things, and then maybe you are able to finish your paintings. Or if you have a concert, or I don't know, maybe you have a little reading of poems or something, well then do that, right? So maybe you manage to finish your songs or your poems if you book yourself in somewhere, right? From my own experience, years ago, my very, very first solo concert I ever did, that was like on some kind of youth club in Germany, and I was supposed to be the headliner at the end of the evening at like 11 to 12 or something like that, and from 11 to midnight. And I only had like 1 or 2 songs. And at the end, I had 1 week of holiday before that concert. So in 1 week, I wrote 7 or 8 more songs. So I had about 10 songs. I'm not saying it's my greatest work ever, but for whatever reason, I did nothing else and I was in the flow. And for 1 week, I was enjoying music production. And at the end, I picked up my friend who joined me in rapping and performing, and we had a concert together. So deadlines work. And do everything you can to do them. So I hope you find that helpful in getting out of procrastination as an artist. And it's kind of getting dark here and kind of getting cold, so still like not wearing gloves, but it's not too comfortable here anymore. But basically that is my advice for you today, okay? Find yourself ways, create ways to overcome your own always putting it off procrastination artist thingy, okay? And with that, I hope you feel inspired, I hope you feel encouraged. If you need help, reach out to me, contact me, or to other people here. I mean, there are lots of people online. If you just ask, you will find people to be your partners, your accountability people, or something like that. Okay? And with that beautiful sunset view here of Norway, that's what I leave you with. God bless you. Have a great day.